Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the ZAWA server, and I am here standing in front of the portal in the nether that leads to Wildwood Zoo. In case you guys didn't catch it, I did post a trivia question on my channel a few days back actually regarding, I think it was almost a week ago, regarding what does the sign say that actually leads you to Wildwood Zoo. It actually says GReimer and Hellcat's Love Nest. Way back in the beginning of the server, Alyssa Muffins was kind enough to actually build the nether portal that linked us to the rest of the hub here and how to get to places and stuff. And we didn't have a name for the zoo yet, and it was just myself and my wife Hellcat out there playing, so she just labeled it GReimer and Hellcat's Love Nest. And I never changed it. It just stuck. It's always been that way. So that's the answer to the trivia question. All right, now let's get on with the rest of the episode. Once again, I must thank you guys for killing it with the name suggestions. You guys did amazing. The bears are very appreciative as well, because now you name their neighbors, people. Now, I got to give a special shout out to Skycat64 for adding in the comments the idea of actually lighting up the exhibit, but replacing the glass with like black stained glass to make it look kind of like it's darker. I went ahead and did that. I took your suggestion and I did that, and it actually looks pretty good. I don't mind it, actually. I think it'll work. I do kind of miss the transparency of this regular clear glass, but I think it works considering this will also keep terrible monsters and stuff from spawning in here as well. So thank you so much for that suggestion, Skycat. All right, let's get on to naming some stuff though. This is where the fun begins. Now I'm gonna have to seal this up because if we're gonna be letting rats and bats loose out here, I might have to get creative on how to get out of here because we're gonna have little guys scammering on the ground, and we're also gonna have little guys flying around in the sky. So as far as how I'm gonna get out of here, I think I'm going to try the Ender Pearl trick, okay? I'm going to try to Ender Pearl and kind of phase through this glass. I think it might be the safest way to get out of here without letting anything out. It's either that or maybe I should place the door first. I don't know. I'm going to try the Ender Pearl. It seems cooler. All right, so I also, where's the end chest right here? Let's grab this thing and get this out. I also went ahead and I found 2 more rats. So I actually have 4 rats and 3 bats now. So I took a lot of you guys gave a lot of name suggestions. Thank you to everyone who submitted names. It's fantastic. It gives me tons of options. It actually is a little bit overwhelming sometimes, but I picked out some, and hopefully you guys like them. All right, so let's get to naming. Let's get to naming the rats since we're here. Okay, let's get this first one down. Oh, let's get the let's figure out what we're dealing with actually, if that's even a thing with these guys. All right, so I moved the rat. I need here. There we go. Got it. Perfect. All right, so let's get to putting this one down, and we are going to name this one Pink Remy. Okay, so big shout out to quite a few of you actually suggested Remy. This is of course the rat from Ratatouille. This was recommended by Space, Jesus, Sakana, Christopher Renshaw, Skycat64, and 12X Lemon. All of you suggested Remy, so it's kind of hard not to pick it since majority of people suggested it. All right, so let's put him down there. Watch him scamper off. Can I click on it? Is that thing? It's a female. All right, well, Remy's going to be a chick. Remy could absolutely be... Oh, look at that. Yeah. It actually changes it to have the chef's hat on. So that must be one of the Easter eggs. I did not know that, actually. All right, Remy is absolutely, it could be absolutely a chick's name too, so I guess that's fine. But, look, that's amazing. I didn't know. I almost want to name them all Remy. But that's adorable. All right, let's go ahead and put the empty net somewhere. Let's put it in there for right now in case I need it for later. All right, let's go ahead and grab another rat, and this one is going to be named Pinky. All right, so Pinky, and I'm going to just let you know right now the next one's going to be named Brain. Okay, so in fact, let's grab that while we're at it. So in case you guys didn't watch the old cartoon, but there's an old cartoon out there called Pinky and the Brain. Now, I believe they might have been lab mice, but they're basically lab rats in the cartoon. And one of them was pretty dumb. That was Pinky. The other one though was like a super genius, and he was constantly trying to take over the world from the confines of their cage that they were in this laboratory. So that's the story behind this. Pinky and the Brain. What are we gonna do today, Brain? Same thing we try to do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. So anyway, that's where these names are coming from. So we're gonna go with Pinky and the Brain for 2 of them here. So let's go ahead and slap this one down. See if we can't figure out. Okay, that's gonna be a female as well. We're gonna just name that one Pinky, and then let's organize some stuff. And then this one, oh, that actually broke the net. That's male. Okay, so that's gonna be Brain. I just gotta find the right one. That's Pinky. Got it. That's Brain. All right. So Pinky and the Brain are in there as well. Big thank you to Ellen Schultz and Alexia Loomis for suggesting Pinky. And Alexia Loomis also mentioned Brain in her comment as well. Thank you for that. I actually really like that cartoon, so that hit a little nostalgia heartstring for me. All right, so let's get the last rat out here, and this one's going to be named Scabbers, after the rat from Harry Potter. We had a couple people suggest that. We had Space Jesus and Skycat64 suggest that. Thank you guys so much. It's a female. It's gone as soon as I looked away. Oh boy, I gotta try to find it. That's not it. That's Brain. Aha! Nope, that was Pinky or something. Dang it. Okay, I'll go get another name tag, but I'm thinking this is it. I think I just renamed Pinky. I caught a brown rat. Okay, so this one needs to be named Pinky. Note to self, I'll take care of that off camera. All right, so yeah, it's a little tough when they all look the same, except for Remy. Remy totally does not look the same. That one's easy. All right, let's get on to the bats. I accidentally named the wrong one. My bad. All right, let's get on to the bats. I'm gonna put that back in there so I remember to do that. I don't think I have name tags on me. I do have an anvil though, so even if I did, I could actually do it. But let's get on to the bats. This one's gonna be fun to try to name. All right, let's go with Bite Size here. Okay, so Bite Size was recommended by Nathan Vang. Thank you so much for that name suggestion. All right, let's go ahead and try to. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to name. I'm gonna name it first so that I got it. All right, and then I'm gonna try to click on it. It's a Minecraft bat. I don't know if this will tell me anything. Yeah, I don't think this will tell me anything. It's not actually a part of the mod. It's actually good old-fashioned vanilla, so I guess that book doesn't really help me much. All right, let's go ahead and put the net away. Let's grab the next bat. Let's grab both these things and actually get them out here. All right, so the next one's gonna be named Nosferatu. This was recommended by Alexia Loomis. Nosferatu, for those of you who don't know, is a very old vampire story. It's like we're talking like black and white film days type thing. So it's a creepy looking vampire. I don't know. You look it up if you don't know what it's all about. I believe it's actually like I think it's a German something or another. Actually, I think it's more of a silent film. Actually, it's been a while. But Nosferatu is a creepy looking vampire, and as soon as I saw that in the comments section by Alexia Loomis, I was like, absolutely, that's going to be one. And then the last one's going to be named Echo, and that credit goes to Gavin Boland for that. Actually, thank you for that name suggestion. I love it. It's adorable. Nosferatu, got him. All right, and then the last one, Echo, got him. All right, sweet. So we got rats and bats in here. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and stash these things here. See if we can do this without killing any bats. Got it. All right, now let's see if we can do this and get out of here. I'll probably create a mite, but that should despawn. So let's just look down. Boom, face to the glass. Awesome. I'll have to probably do the same thing to get back in there to rename the rat, which I'm going to do right now. So real quick, I got to go do that. Pinky, got him back in here. All right, so we're good. All right, the rats and bats exhibit is finished. Let's see if I can get out of here. Aha, did it. All right, in the last episode, I also asked people to give me their ideas what exhibit you would like me to see build next, and that would be either the spider monkey exhibit or the elephant exhibit. And unanimously, actually, everyone who suggested what they wanted to see picked elephant exhibit, so it looks like that's what we're going to do today. I was thinking about trying to smash it in right here. Not a lot of room, and this cave with the bats and rats that I just did. Hey, Haggleton, how's it going? The cave with the rats and bats I just put in is right here, so I can't exactly impede on that, and it really can't be dug down much farther, so I have to go back a little ways, and probably like right around here. All right, now this isn't a lot of room. I counted it up. I actually have 5 elephants. I don't necessarily have to put them all in the pen at the same time, but I do have 5 elephants, so I'm thinking about putting them in right here, including on this little peninsula area right here. I do want to make sure that they have plenty of room. I just have to be really careful I don't dig into the rats and bats exhibit, otherwise the bats are just going to go free. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it right here for sure, like this part. This is where it's for sure not going to go any farther over this way. All right, that way this will remain a stone heap right here, and that will preserve the cave. And then I just got to remove all of this, and kind of dig this down just a little bit, blending this in oh so nicely. I don't mind there being elevation change in this exhibit. I think that would be looking pretty cool. I mean, but not necessarily like a big hill. I looked up the terrain of these. They're Asian elephants, by the way. I looked up the habitat of these. It's kind of got a wide variety of a habitat that it could live in. Mainly, though, it's like forested or grasslands. of some kind, whether it be like almost like a jungle lake forest, or I mean, it could even be a shrublands that it has it listed as their habitat. So these guys can live in a wide variety of things. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the grasslands. I'm going to go with grasslands and try to fit that in here. And I'm going to try, if I can, to limit the vegetation just a bit, like not the shrubs, but like the big trees and stuff. I'm going to leave it kind of more wide open. We're going to move a lot of grass in here, actually. And it's going to be trampled on, obviously, with the elephants walking all over it. So, but there's a lot of terraforming I got to do here, okay? So I'm sure you know what's coming. There's going to be a little montage here. I got to get to work on clearing this, like knocking this down, making this hill, getting rid of the trees, building some land out, maybe a little bit more, and figuring out exactly where I'm going to put this here. I know it's going to be here, just where exactly. So here we go. Okay, quite a bit of terraforming and layout, or quite a bit of terraforming planning later. Here we have this. All right, so this is let's take a look at the map. All right, ignore the red dots; those are underneath me in caves. All right, so here we have the palisade wall marking out where the elephants are going to be confined in their pen here. And that way they don't roam around and drown in the river and stuff like that. So I am going to probably want to add a water feature somewhere in here, maybe a river cutting through it, just to make it seem a little bit more natural. Something, because I know elephants do like water. I'm hoping in this mod pack they don't just drown in it. I'm not going to make it deep. I'm just going to make it 1 block deep, so hopefully it'll be good. The viewing area is right here, over here. There's going to be a chain link fence and then like an actual fence kind of thing right there, maybe too high to keep the elephants inside, but then you can actually like feed them peanuts and whatever else, interact with them right there. But then it's an uphill slope. So if we look at this, so this is the viewing area right here. It's an uphill slope. And as you can see here, you can actually then see the elephants basically wherever they might be in here. Now it does connect to the hillside right here, so I might have something on top to blend it in, because that looks pretty boring. If I converted this hillside, the stone hillside, into like, if I put ground and stuff on it, I could actually make it look like vegetation and stuff. Maybe make it look a little bit more interesting. That might be a job for another day though. Oh, I didn't finish this part right here. How embarrassing my top of my palisade walls are showing. So let's go ahead and just kind of jazz this up a bit. Hold on, wait. Something doesn't tickle my fancy there. Let's do hold on, I can get this. It's all a matter of willpower here. Okay, there we go. Like that, better. Okay. So yeah, this is the viewing area. Like I said, there's going to be probably like a fence actually right here, just a good old-fashioned wood fence, and maybe too high, and that will allow the elephants to like reach their trunks over and grab whatever the people are giving them and whatnot. And then right here, this will be like a chain link fence, I'm thinking. And then this will be the exhibit. So now let's get onward and working on the exhibit here, because like I said, I kind of want to have a water feature. Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe I could actually do something with this. What if I had the water feature coming out of right here, like it's an underground river kind of flowing down this way, and then somewhere right, like down here, maybe it would just end kind of abruptly, but that might work. It cuts the exhibit right in half, but it does allow water for the for the elephants. So let's try to carve that in here real quick. And I also need to do the landscaping, obviously. I did move grass in here. I moved a lot of grass in here. There's already a natural amount of dirt, so I just imported some grass and just let it spread. That's gonna be the bulk of what's in here, but I do need to jazz up the landscape to make it a little bit more custom. But let's get this river carved in here real quick. All right, river added, so that's done. Now to get onto the rest of this like landscaping here, I don't mind it being relatively flat up here. I think that's fine. After all, I don't want the elephants to be trying to like walk up a hill to get to places and stuff. Not like a huge one anyway. So I'm thinking, what can we do for landscape around here? Now this is supposed to be grasslands. I'm thinking a little bit more dryish. It almost kind of mirrors the Grant's Gazelles. If we go over here real quick and take a peek, I think it's going to look a little similar to that, only a little less arid looking is what I'm going for. So when we look at this, like maybe take out the orange. Well, the terracotta itself is also a little too much, but definitely significantly less sand. More grass and sand than this. But I think sand would be a good thing to add into this. Just to kind of make it seem a little bit more arid and dry. Terracotta wouldn't be too bad either, but only in moderation, I'm thinking. Definitely some coarse dirt as well, because that'll work out really well. So let me grab some blocks here and get to work on actually replacing some of this stuff. And let's see what kind of landscape that I can come up with here on the fly. All right, after quite a bit of work here, check this out. I think this works. I think this works out pretty well, actually. I kind of like this. Okay, so now it doesn't have any of the vegetation in it. It's just the base, land here. Okay, so this is a good starting point here. We can actually build off this, I think, pretty well, actually. Now, I don't want this to be completely barren of trees, but I also don't want to impede the view of the spectators that are down here. This is where the path actually is, right here. I might widen this path a little bit, maybe make it a little custom. Could actually do like a more brick path if I really want to, although that doesn't really match up with anything else. I don't know, maybe I'll rework this path right here, tear this up right here, because actually I don't really need to run along the shark pond right now at this part right here, because I think it would look better. So the idea is that the path itself, I suppose I should probably explain this, is going to come through here, okay? Now, a while ago I pointed out that Maddie's temporary bridge here that she had placed when she was over here, that needs to go because it kind of sucks. I haven't actually changed that, so I need to do that. It was just temporary anyway. She was just slapping on some planks so she didn't have to swim across there all the time anyway. But this path right here is going to connect from where we have Shelly here, who's just chilling on his log. I think it's a him. Pretty sure it's a him. It's going to come this way then. I'm going to have to clear out all this vegetation, and it's going to connect over here. Now, it looks like the natural landscape that's here connects this way, which would be great because that goes right in front of the elephant exhibit. And I think that then I could have a connect up right here, and this is where you'll go past the shark pond. So you don't actually need this part right here. So I might tear that up and change that to be just more vegetation possibly. I don't know if I could squeeze a small exhibit in here or not. But thinking just vegetation, just bushes and whatnot. So anyway, I'll work on that later, but right now I just want to make sure that this place looks pretty good. I don't, like I said, I want to add trees, but I don't want to really impede the view of the elephants. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to need to do is, do I have any pine cone? I have one. Okay, so I don't actually really need too many of them, but I want to get this thing put down someplace where so the elephants at least have some shade over here. Obviously, I don't want to kind of stick them in a place where they don't. Let's just put that right there for right now. Let's grab some of this stuff. Oh, I have more pine cones in there. Did you see them? Right there. I don't actually really need them, but let's grow this a little bit. And a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so there. Now the elephants will have shade while they're over here, at least. So now it's 2 block high here. I don't see them being able to get over that. They can't even swim up this, if they even can swim. I'm not too sure. This kind of sucks right here. Like, it doesn't really look good as far as it coming out of like a water outlet. But the cool thing is that where all the spectators are going to be are along the side of here. They're actually not even really going to see that. The best they can see is over here. And so they're not going to see that anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. But I do have to go ahead and get some more vegetation here. So let's go grab the leaves. Let's start off with the leaves. Let's get the bushes put in here. All right, so if this is a grasslands, I expect there to be shrubs. I don't necessarily need dead leaves, but I'm thinking yellow should be fine for some of them. With a little bit of this autumn orange right here. And then we're going to probably grab some good old-fashioned oak leaves in here. Get those put in place. So I don't obviously want to give them a way out, but thinking of this like the grasslands mixed with like a shrublands kind of thing, I think I'm going to put like bush clusters kind of around. Something like this. Something that really not much else to that, actually. That might be about it. Just like that. Just bush clusters around in places here or there. Places that are kind of sporadic. So I intend on like the tall grass being a dominant thing in this area. So I don't really want to overpower that too much with these bushes. But I do need to spread them out. How does this look from back here as far as what these are looking like? Pretty good. Not bad. Maybe something, maybe not one right there. Hold on, I got a different idea for what I'm going to put there. Didn't mean to double click there, so I'm going to pick that up. I was like, am I going to leave it? A lot of times the accidents sometimes, as Bob Ross said once, they turn into happy accidents, and they actually work. So, but that was not one of them. That was just a whoopsie. All right, so something like that I think should be fine for those bushes. I don't really know if I want to do any more because I do want to give them plenty of room to move around. If I have 5 elephants, which, speaking of names, let's see what. I think I'm going to put 3 in here. This isn't big enough really for 5 elephants. So I need 3 elephant names. I'm going to put it in here. Now, they're Asian elephants. I mean, I could go with like Dumbo. I guess that would work, but I don't know exactly what type of elephant he was. But, I mean, it would work. But ultimately, though, I am going to leave it up to you guys to come up with names for them because you guys are way better at naming animals than I am. So I'm just going to trust in your brains out there, and I'll pick through whichever ones you guys recommend. All right, so let's go ahead and add a couple little pebbles in places. Whoa, leg spike right there. A couple of little pebbles in places just to kind of make it look like stones in various parts of the build right here. I always love sprinkling these things in just to kind of make it look a little bit more like kind of like wild terrain ground and less like Minecraft generated terrain. All right, so that's good. Now, one thing I wanted, because when I was thinking about putting a shrub right here, I had a different idea of what I want to put there. Now, this looks pretty good, actually, so far. The symmetry of it all, it's not really symmetrical. The asymmetry of it all is actually pretty nice. I like it. I like how you can just see the water a little bit as it's going. But I do want to add something along the lines of this in here. I want to add a little stone pile. Now, I should have some of this, and it can be a very little stone pile, actually. Hold on, wait, let me grab one of these things real quick and drop that right there. Like I said, it can be a very little stone pile. Like even something like that would do just fine. Let's pick that up and drop this in there. Actually, let's pick both these up, drop that in there. And then maybe put this gravel in somewhere. Right here. Put it right there. Good. Awesome. All right, so like I said, a very little stone pile. Nothing too fancy right there. Just a little something else just to break up so it's not just leaves and that's it. Yeah, that should work out just fine. Now, I think all we're missing really in here, aside from the fence and, you know, the elephants, is I think we just need a little bit of tall grass and vegetation. So now I am going to probably remove a lot of the flowers in here, although grasslands could definitely have it. But I kind of want this to look less full of life, more arid and dry. Do I have any more bone meal on me? I don't think I do. Hold on, I gotta go grab more bone meal. Bone meal acquired. All right, let's get back to planting some of this grass around here. Now, I don't think Maddie would approve if I just did tall grass in here. So I'm gonna have to look at my plants to see what I got and see what else I can actually add into this rather than just tall grass. After all, she gave me like a couple backpacks full of stuff, so I might as well use it, you know? Maddie, for those of you who don't know, is popping on the server occasionally. She keeps having some issues with getting on with her version of Minecraft operating system and whatnot. But every once in a while she does get back on here and help me out with some of this stuff. Let me just get all this bone meal added. Gone, flour. All right, so I'm just just sprinkling. I'm just sprinkling this in here, just to get the grasslands feel down first, and then there's a flower. Get it, got it. All right, so this just gives gives the grassland feel first, and then from here we're going to go. Yeah, this is looking good. All right, then from here we're going to actually raise some of this stuff up. Let's get some more back here so we can get some taller stuff in here. Now, I don't actually need too much of this like raised up super tall, just enough to kind of make it look like there is a natural tall grass kind of grasslands area here. Let me take a peek from the front. I kind of want to limit the taller grass that's in front actually, because that way it doesn't block the view. Yes, I'm liking this. That's starting to look like a really cool grassland. All right, so I didn't actually use all of the bone meal. I even grabbed some extra bones. Let's go ahead and just squirt those into that backpack. Not the bat backpack, but just that backpack. All right, so last detail, like I said, Maddie will flog me if I don't add some more vegetation in this. Now, dried bamboo, like that, good. That's a good way to describe this as an arid environment, is to have plant life kind of dried up. Let's go ahead and add this back here, just like so. I don't believe that grows, but we'll just leave it like that. I don't think that grows. I guess I'll find out if I look back here and I see it. You know what? Actually, it doesn't really make sense to be way back here, though, come to think of it. Because it doesn't make sense to be... Lush bamboo would be right next to the river, but let's go ahead and just space that out just a wee bit off the back wall. Yeah, let's do that, just like that. It's just back off the back wall a little bit. All right, what else we got in here? Plants. I could do sugarcane actually growing next to the river, like so. Maybe something along the lines of this, like just in a couple of spots. Now, I do want, let me get back in here and grab more of the sugar cane here. I do want to cap this off though, so let's grab some string so that it doesn't grow too tall. Let's do something like that. That way the string above it will prevent it from growing. That one can just grow wild, that's fine. Actually, you know what, these two can just grow wild. I just want one of them actually a little bit smaller. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's fine. Let's see, let's put the string back. Might use that for making nets later, and I need the plants backpack also. Let's put that back. What else we got? I could put some leaf piles, especially some dead leaf piles, over here by the tree. That way it makes sense that like the leaves, although it is a pine tree, so it doesn't really have leaves, it has needles. No, wrong backpack. Has needles, but that way at least it looks like there's some foliage on the ground. I mean, pine needles actually can fall off as well, so this kind of makes it make a little bit more sense. I think that looks just fine. Now, you're not going to see that anyway from down below here where you're looking up at the elephants, so I guess that's fine. I'm not sure if there's anything else I really need to add to this. Hold on, there's got to be better sea oats. Barley, I mean, that would be more of a grasslands thing, but I don't know if that would be growing in the areas I'm thinking of. Dune grass. What's dune grass look like? Can I plant it on? I can only plant it on like I can plant on gravel. Nifty. All right, let's go ahead and sprinkle some of this in here as well, because I think this looks all right. Yeah, it's like a brighter version of the taller grass, so it just adds a little texture change to it a little bit. Not much. I think that's probably pretty good. Maybe if I can squeeze one in back here too. Yeah, all right, that should be good. And I don't know if there's anything else I really want to add to this. I think that's pretty good the way it is. Sea oats actually do look pretty good though. I mean, as far as like it being a grasslands area, I think, yeah, they can be planted. I know it's not near the sea, so it doesn't really make much sense, but these things kind of look like just tall grass. So if you don't know the name of them as sea oats, you wouldn't never really know what these things actually are. So they just kind of look like tall grass. Let's take a peek at and see what we got going on right now. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't mind it. All right. Let's go ahead and store the rest of the sea oats here. I think that's all I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Dead bushes occasionally would look probably pretty good because this makes it look like it's arid or dry. Now, I don't want to overdo these because I don't want it to look like it's dead. But just the occasional one I think would look really good. Let's go ahead just like that. All right, let's store the rest of these things. Never mind. All right, I'm not going to look in there anymore because otherwise I'm just going to keep going. So, all right, let's knock this back now. We do need... Here, do sharks like seeds? There you go. We do need some... We need the fences here, so we need the squid backpack. Now, I've got some fences. That's good. I'm going to probably mingle in... Yeah, I'll probably mingle in some spruce ones right there. Now, let's get the chain link fences out as well. But for right here, we are going to want an actual fence going this way. Like that. All right, so now to keep the elephants in, we're going to double this up. That way they don't get out, really. I mean, I don't think they can get over a fence anyway. But to keep them from just trampling through it, you know, we're going to do that. And then maybe just for added detail, we'll do something like this so it kind of curves in a little bit. Like that. That'll give people a way to actually, like, interact with the elephants when they stick the trunks over and you can feed them stuff. All right, nice. Now, let's go ahead and just stash these things back in here so I can try to keep my inventory somewhat organized despite what a mess it actually is. All right, so going with this then, we're going to do the chain link fence across this part. And maybe this high should be fine. Now, I'm not sure a chain link fence would actually stop an elephant. In fact, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. But this is a video game. And this is Wildwood Zoo, so you always run the risk of being trampled or stampede or killed in a stampede or bit by a hippo or something. Welcome to Wildwood. It's part of the fun. So this looks a little weird though. Where's my ground blocks? Or even the bat backpack probably has some of this. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Let's just get one block of this here because this looks a little weird. Good, like that. All right, so let's get up here and take a look at the exhibit. What do you guys think? Does this look good for an elephant exhibit? Does it look like a grasslands? Now, I know that they can come from also like a forested area too. The Asian elephants, especially here. But I was going for primarily like a grassland-like feel. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Whether this looks like a decent... I'm trying to put the fences back. Whether this looks like... Oh, God, I dropped them into the exhibit. Whether this looks like a decent exhibit or not for... elephants. And also, I need, what did I say I was going to put in here? 3? Yeah, I think it was 3. I need 3 elephant names, people, if you could, down in the comments section. That would be much appreciated. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this one up, though, because we built an elephant exhibit in this episode. Yes, and thank you guys for the rats and bats name, by the way. Those were amazing. The Remy one, I love it. I love finding little Easter eggs. If you guys know about Easter eggs and animals I'm naming, please let me know. Well, let me know subtly, like go wink, wink, nudge, nudge or something, because I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Friday, and I hope this was a nice little cherry on top for you guys to close out your Friday if you're watching it later in the day. I will be back next week with more ZAWA for your eyeballs to enjoy. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and bye-bye.